Namaskar. Good morning and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first India Today Conclave East. Kolkata was once the city where revolutions were born and dreams came to die. Once the capital of Imperial England, it is a city that is almost a metaphor for extremes of the human condition. For the poverty on the streets, as much as the nobility of its spirit. No longer, a drive from the airport to this very hotel will dispel that notion. The tenements of squalor have been replaced by the high-rises of hope and flyovers of the future. But deeper than that, a transformation has occurred from within. Always the intellectual capital of the nation, Kolkata is on the way to becoming an economic powerhouse and also renewing its cultural credentials. The old Calcutta of laid-back ways and lazy days is giving way to an emerging middle class that works hard to create a capital for new Kolkata and for the state. It has put the dark days of load shedding and flooding behind it. I am delighted to bring the India Today Conclave to this city of astonishing vitality. India Today East is our tribute to the 12 eastern states, the artistic and cultural hub, as it is to account for over a quarter of the national GDP by 2035. India Today has always believed in the power of states, as evidenced by the State of States surveys we commissioned as far back as 2003. We know the future of India lies in its states, and West Bengal is a shining example of that. The GDP of the state has more than doubled between 2011 and 2016. We also know the growth of West Bengal is important for the states of Odisha, Bihar, Jharkhand, and the 8 northern eastern states. The 8 northeastern states are too growing fast in educating their people at a rate much faster than the rest of India, reducing their dependence on agriculture and generally prospering. West Bengal currently contributes 40% of the region's GDP. Home to 27% of the country's population, the eastern region contributes 16.5% to the nation's GDP. If the East has to rise, Bengal has to rise faster. What Bengal does today will truly determine the India of tomorrow. With more than 200 ethnic groups and dialects, the region with its dynamic chief ministers, many of whom you will listen to over the next 2 days, is also one of the most culturally diverse in the world. The region shares 5,300 kilometers of its borders with neighboring countries. Its relationship with Bangladesh is setting a new benchmark for bilateral ties. The Northeast is the pivot of the central government's Act East policy. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has often emphasized the significance of the development of Northeast and how it can emerge as a trade corridor for the entire country. Not many are aware that he spent several of his formative years traveling around this region. The East's handling of minorities is safeguarding our secular fabric. Its promotion of artistic endeavor is creating a new aesthetic that the rest of India wants to buy, whether it's the latest Sabyasachi sari or the remake of the newest Tollywood film. Variety is indeed the spice of life here. From the green state of Sikkim to the rich mining wealth of Jharkhand, from the anti-poverty experiments of Odisha to the development ambitions of Bihar, the eastern states prove that diversity works for India. And more than anything else, despite provocation, Bengal has always stood as one, regardless of religion, caste, creed, or class. We are proud to bring the summit here with its debates and discussions. From your brave and brilliant Chief Minister to the strong man of Assam, from your captain who taught Team India confidence to your actors who show us the highs and lows of emotion. from union ministers who understand the importance of acting east, and to industrialists who are transforming the economic fabric. From a designer who weaves magic with his clothes to musicians who spread joy with their artistry, we expect to have 2 days of illumination, inspiration, and intellectual stimulation. In spite of all the problems it has encountered, I've always marveled at and reveled in the joyful warmth and hospitality of the people of this city. It is my privilege and our pleasure to be here. Enjoy the conclave. Onek Dhonobad.